How's it going, everybody? I am the Texas Man. I hope you guys are all having a fabulous day. Please give this video a thumbs up if you guys really enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys have not already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all, hit that bell notification button and select all for all notifications. So you guys don't miss out on future videos or streams here on my channel. I know I've been really plugging away at doing all these book videos. I do other stuff. Book read-throughs is not my only thing here that I do here. My primary goal here on my YouTube channel is to cover movies. Because of COVID-19, I've been doing some other things, including reading through some books that I wrote when I was much younger, doing some things with Disney Plus. So make sure you guys check out my other videos and whatnot that I've been putting out for the past couple months. Even though COVID-19 has really impacted what I primarily do here on my channel, I've been doing a lot of video game stuff. I've also got a ton of playlist videos. I've got all my past and future videos for my books in one playlist. I've got all the Maze Runner film reviews in one spot, Harry Potter, everything for Call of Duty, Overwatch, Destiny, Battlefield, all in one spot, and a bunch of other cool things. So please check out those playlists and videos. And of course, we're going to be continuing on with reading through The Nightmare Room. This is part 3. Make sure you guys, of course, check out part 1 and part 2. If you guys are reading along with me in this book, we're going to be reading chapter 6 and 7 in this part. And then in part 4, we will read chapter 8 and 9. If you guys hear any background, it's because I've got a cat right next to me that has decided that I guess it's cold to her, so she's decided to snuggle up right next to me. So I apologize if there's any cat noises and whatnot, and I don't want to wake her up. So I'll let you see her really quickly. There she is. So there's my kitty cat. Her name's Ruby. So yeah. Alrighty. Enough of that, and let's move on. Hope you guys enjoy. Chapter 6. Simon. The missiles launched on July 4th, 2033 at 9 a.m. Thousands of humans became T-180s, the code name for nightmare creatures. Ever since July 4th, 2033, known as Death Day, Doom grouped his army of T-180s into what is called the Alliance. Those that survived Death Day grouped together and formed a human rebellion called the Allies. The leader of the Allies was currently Ted, with his brother in second command. The code name for the munition gas that turns humans into T-180s was called D-53. D-53. For 6 months, the Alliance has been trying to turn allies into T-180s by biting into the skin to inject D-53. War is still very intense between the two sides, but soon one shall stand and one shall fall. The Alliance grouped together and built their main base of operations in the northern part of America, while the Allies controlled the southern part of America. The entire world was a war zone, with machine guns and pistols in the hands of humans or riding into battle in either helicopters or planes. 6 months after Death Day, Allies base. General Ted, the time portal is ready and set for 2010 in the city of Los Angeles, said Captain William, a member of the Allies. Why are we going to the year 2010? Asked Chad. For the past 6 months, the Allies have been turning into T-180s faster than the T-180s have been being killed. So we're going to locate a scientist that records state he created a special liquid named M22, said Ted. What does M22 stand for, and what will it do? Asked Chad. Miracle 22 is a liquid that we hope that we can insert into bullets, said Ted. Once the bullet has been fired into a T-180, the D-53, deadly gas that keeps you alive for an extra 53 years, will be eliminated, causing the T-180 to turn back into a regular human, said Captain William. Ted and Chad changed out of military clothing into more appropriate clothing to fit in with 2010's society. After 3 hours, Ted and Chad were prepared for the adventure. When will you be back? Asked Sarah to Ted. As soon as possible, replied Ted. Weapons? Asked Ryan, seeing his father and uncle closing up the armory. Yes, we may encounter some resistance, so we need these pistols, said Ted. Ted and Chad stepped through the time portal and vanished from 2034 to 2010. The two stepbrothers stepped out of the time portal and realized they were inside of a hotel room already reserved for them. Do you hear that noise? Asked Chad. Yes, I think we're inside of a hotel combined with a casino on the first floor, replied Ted. Chad, call the main office of this hotel and find out what room the scientist is located in, said Ted. Why would the scientist be here? Asked Chad. That's what Captain William researched before sending us here, answered Ted. While Chad made the call, Ted searched the room and found out they were on the hotel's highest floor, which is floor 20, and were in room 75. What's the scientist's name again? Asked Chad. The name is Simon Sport, replied Ted. Chad continued speaking into the phone, and after a couple of seconds, Chad hung up. He's in room 50 on this floor, said Chad. Let's go get him, said Ted. Sir, Ted and Chad are in 2010 searching for a cure to D53, said Captain William, speaking into a cell phone. Go after them. I want them to never return to this year alive, said Doom on the other line. Chad knocked on the door to room 50. Can I help you, gentlemen? Asked the man, opening the door from the room's interior. Are you Simon Sport? Asked Ted. Yes. Who are you? Replied Simon. Take him, Chad, said Ted. Chad quickly pulled out of his pants pocket a pair of handcuffs and placed them on Simon's wrist. What's going on here? Asked Simon. We will explain later, but for now, trust us only, and the cuffs are for our safety, in case you're T-180, said Chad. Ted and Chad escorted Simon into the room and saw Captain William in front of the time portal. Why are you here? Asked Ted, while Chad was secretly releasing Simon from the cuffs and placing a pistol in his right hand. I am here to obey my orders from Doom, replied Captain William. Betrayer! Said Ted. Ted and Chad drew their pistols, and Captain Williams transformed into a T-180. What is that thing? Asked Simon. A nightmare creature from the year 2034, said Chad. Oh, sorry, guys. Just help us! Kill him, said Ted. The T-180 charged towards the three humans. The brothers attempted to shoot the T-180, but were not as fast as the T-180, allowing for very low accuracy. The T-180, using his wings, slammed the brothers into a nearby refrigerator. Bang, bang! Simon had shot the T-180. You are first to join the Alliance, Simon, said the T-180, which was still alive. The T-180 charged towards Simon and prepared to turn the human into a nightmare creature. Kaboom! Simon looked to see that Ted had used a rocket from a launcher on the T-180's chest. This is only the beginning, said the T-180. The T-180 looked to see that the rocket had made a hole near his heart, and the T-180 crashed to the ground. Ted and Chad picked up the T-180's body and, along with Simon, entered the time portal and returned to 2034. The T-180's body was burned shortly after the three humans returned home. Who will step into Captain Williams' place? Asked Ryan, inside of the Allies' base. Welcome, Captain Brandon, replied Chad. General Ted, we found something that belonged to Captain William, said a human while walking inside of the command room. The soldier placed a cell phone in Ted's right hand and saw that someone was calling. Dismissed, said Ted to the human soldier. Ted called for Chad, Sarah, Ryan, and Brandon to also hear who was calling the cell phone over and over again. Ted's family and Brandon were ready, and the cell phone was put on speaker in the command room. William, what has been taking you so long to answer me? Asked the male voice on the other line. Sorry, but who is this? Asked Ted. William, stop playing games. It's me, Doom, said the voice. The command room was silent. Doom, this is General Ted, and I'm sorry to say that your plan failed to kill my brother and I, said Ted. Doom realized that William was dead. You enjoy your victory about finding Simon, but I warn you that soon you and the rest of the Allies will fall, said Doom. Your days of cursing this planet are coming to an end, said Ted. We will see who will stand and who will fall. Soon, very soon, said Doom. The line died and the conversation was over. Chapter 7. Bombs. Days later. Sir, the bombs are on the trains and are on their way to their destinations, said a T-180. Inform me when the 7 bombs are ready for their detonation, said Doom. Click! This is a short message we intercepted, said Captain Brandon, inside of the command room in the Allies' base to General Ted. How long has it been since you received this information? Asked Ted. 5 hours ago, General, replied Brandon. Close down all train traffic coming in and out of this base, and all the smaller ones also, ordered Ted. Brandon left the command room, and Simon entered. Good news, General. M22 has been placed into all guns, helicopters, and airplanes for both their machine guns and missiles, said Simon. Did you hear about Doom's plan? Asked Chad. Yes, answered Simon. Could that be in the bombs? Asked Ted. My best guess is that a stronger gas than D-53 has been placed into them that could bypass breathing masks, said Simon. We need to locate these 7 bombs before it's too late, replied Ted. Hours later, Alliance base. The bombs are in place, said a T-180 to Doom. Doom walked over to a command panel and pressed a red button. Now the Allies will die, said Doom. General, we have a problem, said a T-180. What is it? Asked Doom. All 7 of the bombs have been deactivated, said a T-180. The Allies must have found out about my plan. Get those bombs back online, said Doom. Allies base. Command room. General Ted, we have located and deactivated all the bombs, yet one of them is being fought over still, said Captain Brandon. Where is this bomb? Asked Ted. 2 hours from this base, replied Brandon. Get me our ships and some helicopters ready, said Ted. 3 hours later, Ted, Chad, and Brandon were on a helicopter and saw they had reached a train with the bomb on board. The cavalry of 5 helicopters and 3 dozen humans, not including the 2 generals and the captain, looked to see that the battle was over. The train was on a railway that was above a lake, so the helicopters had to land on top of the train cars. This is the mission, said Ted over his earpiece to his men. Once we land, locate the bomb and protect it at all cost, continued Ted. The helicopters landed and the hunt began. How many cars do you think there are? Asked Chad to his brother. Looks like 50, at least, answered Ted. Alrighty, men, 2 of you go with Captain Brandon, and the rest come with me and my brother, said General Ted. Ted and Chad's group. Men, fan out, said Ted. The 16 men fanned out and began to receive an adrenaline rush from the silence in the train cars they passed through. It's silent, said Chad. You're right. In fact, it's too silent, said Ted. Ted, my group has just searched through 25 cars and haven't found a trace of the bomb or the battle, said Captain Brandon over the earpiece. It's because someone or something piled them into a furnace on car number 47, said Ted. Ted, Chad, and the other 16 humans looked to see a row of furnaces filled with dead T-180s and humans. Some furnaces were burning and others were waiting for the flame. Let's find that bomb, said Ted. The group of 18 moved onwards to car number 48. Captain Brandon's group. The group left car number 1 and began the careful walk to locate Ted and Chad's group. Inside of car number 20, 5 of Captain Brandon's group had been snatched silently and had their bodies thrown into the lake through an open window. All right, men, we are in car, said Brandon, not finishing his statement. Brandon had turned around as he spoke to see the 5 men missing. Where are they? Asked Brandon. The men began to scatter in every direction. Listen, said Brandon. Boom, boom. Men, the rooftop, said Brandon. The humans pointed their guns at the rooftop or the car's ceiling. How many do you think there are? Asked the human to Brandon. There's probably just one. Very skilled T-180, replied Brandon. Boom, boom. The men blasted at the ceiling with their machine guns filled with M22. During the blasting at the T-180 on the ceiling, another T-180 was turning the humans into T-180s on the main floor. Luckily, Captain Brandon escaped the area and raced toward Ted and Chad's group to warn them of the danger on board the train. Ted and Chad's group. Sir, we found it, said a human to General Ted. Ted and Chad raced out of the car number 48 and into car number 49 to see the bomb filled with a strange gas inside of it. Ted, my men have become T-180s and are coming this way, said Captain Brandon, racing towards the group of 18 men. Ah! Ted, Chad, and Brandon looked to see a T-180 throwing the last of the 16 men off of the car by throwing them into a window into the lake. The men opened fire on the T-180, but the T-180 pulled out the revolution mirror and it acted like a shield. The three humans ceased fire and saw the other T-180s coming from behind him. "Surrender, General Ted," said General Chad and Captain Brandon, "and I'll make your transformation into a T-180 much less painful," said the T-180 with the revolution mirror. "Sir, this is Simon. I have placed a special bomb on the train, and I'm coming to rescue you in a helicopter," said Simon on the three humans' earpieces. "You were at the revolution mirror," said Ted. The T-180 looked directly at the general. "Are you Dr. Doom?" asked Ted. "Yes," replied the T-180 with the revolution. "What's inside of the bomb?" asked Chad. "This bomb contains D-53A, which is a gas that can penetrate mass to turn humans into T-180s," said Doom in his nightmare form. "Where did you get D-53A?" asked Ted. "I made a couple of upgrades on the revolution," said Doom. "Sorry, Doom, but the 6 bombs have been sealed away deep underground and will never be detonated to prevent this gas spread," said Ted. Then the sound of a helicopter's engine was heard. Ted smiled at Doom, and then a helicopter, with Simon piloting it, arrived. "Kill them!" ordered Doom. Ted, Chad, and Brandon leaped through a window and landed in the helicopter. "Get going and above the train," said Ted to Simon. Simon grabbed a remote and pressed the red button. Kaboom! The train and the train bridge exploded, leaving behind very few remains. "Returning to the base," said Simon. "Simon, I have a lot of questions for you," said Ted. "So you have stopped this plan and destroyed the revolution mirror, but I remain," said Dr. Doom, flying towards the Alliance base. And that's going to do it for me, guys. Look forward to part 4, which will be including the last 2 chapters of The Nightmare Room, coming out very soon. Hope you guys all enjoyed.